day. Thank you for joining the media news on BCOS television. I am Belumi Asende. The Senate has assured Nigerians that the controversy surrounding the removal of the phrase real-time from provisions on electronic transmission of election results will be addressed at an emergency plenary sitting today. Chairman, Senate Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, made this known while addressing the protest over the Senate position on Electoral Act. Recall that hundreds of protesters had yesterday besieged the National Assembly complex in Abuja, demanding that lawmakers explicitly provide for mandatory real-time electronic transmission of result in the amended Electoral Act. According to him, the Senate will reconvene today to consider and approve the vote and proceedings of last Wednesday's plenary, during which the controversial amendment was passed. Reactions have continued to trail the recent security collaboration between Nigeria and the United States following report of the deployment of U.S. troops to assist in tackling insecurity. In this report, Olamide Owolabe examines the implication of the partnership on Nigeria's security landscape.
Security remains a major concern in the country as terrorism and other violent crimes persist despite efforts by the federal government and security agencies. Recently, the United States military deployed troops to Nigeria as part of ongoing security cooperation between both countries. The deployment, according to the head of the United States Africa Command, General Dagvin Anderson, followed a bilateral agreement aimed at combating terrorism in Nigeria. In response, the Defense Headquarters issued a clarification on the nature of Nigeria's security relationship with the United States, stating that the country maintains a long-standing and structured partnership with the United States. According to the Defense Headquarters, the collaboration focuses on capacity building, professional military education, intelligence sharing, logistics support, and strategic dialogue to address shared security challenges, including terrorism and transnational threats, while respecting Nigerian sovereignty. Speaking with BCOS News, a security scholar, Professor Lawale Albert, described the collaboration as a welcome development, noting that the current security situation requires support from willing partners. He, however, expressed concern over what he described as the manner in which the U.S. involvement was introduced.
The U.S. intervention is coming in a condescending manner. It's coming in a disgraceful manner. It is being forced on us. It is not something that we are actually accepting gracefully. When our problems started in this country, what we ought to have done was to seek the support of the international community. But when Boko Haram crisis started, we refused to ask for the support of the international community until the International Joint Task Force in the Northeast was established. We supported ECOWAS member countries, we supported African Union. We ought to have gotten their support, asked for their support to deal with the crisis, Boko Haram crisis. But we pretended to have the capacity to deal with our problems without the intervention of these members of the international community.
Also reacting, a security expert, Chief Rotimi Fadoju, supported the partnership, saying Nigeria is dealing with a complex form of warfare that requires external expertise. He explained that such cooperation could help strengthen the country's capacity to address emerging security threats.
Nigeria is facing a kind of war that we've never fought before. This is not an ordinary conventional war. This is an asymmetric war. And you need the expertise of somebody that has been there before, somebody that has the technical know-how, somebody that even knows how to deploy, to assist you if we are not going to continue deceiving ourselves. I think the role of the American in this country for now is to assist. And let us be honest, if in order to bring perpetual peace to Nigeria, if America is having a base here, does that mean that America is invading Nigeria? No, America is not invading Nigeria. Nigeria is a nation. Nigeria has its own territory. Whatever support that American is giving to us now, let us forget about religion or any sentiment in order to defeat these terrorists.
They added that if the presence of a U.S. military base would bring peace and stability, it could be considered a positive step. Olamide Owolabi, BCOS News.
The auditing and verification exercise for pensioners on BCOS payroll holds on Tuesday 17th and Thursday 19th of this month. Venue is BCOS Pensioner Hall. According to a release signed by the BCOS chairman, Mrs. Dotun Laiton, each pensioner should come with 2 recent passport photographs, while those on sickbed and bed reading, as well as those in the diaspora, should make available means to receive video calls. The practice of frequent teeth polishing and whitening by unprofessional dentists has become increasingly prevalent in today's society, where a gleaming smile is often perceived as a benchmark of good health and hygiene. Dentists are raising concerns about the potential risks linked to this trend, highlighting worries about animal damage, sensitivity, and long-term implications for oral health. Our reporter, Francis Aina, who examines this current trend, has more details.
The trend of frequent teeth polishing and whitening, driven by social media's emphasis on perfect smiles, is sparking concern among dental professionals due to its growing frequency. Although polishing and whitening procedures are safe when performed correctly, improper execution by an unprofessional dentist can lead to enamel erosion, sensitivity, and a heightened risk of cavities. In an interview with BCOS News, Dr. Adesola Odofin, Chief Consultant at the Government Dental Center, emphasized the importance of adhering to safe practices for maintaining clean teeth and highlighted that dental procedures should be performed exclusively by qualified dentists.
As we eat and drink and use our feet and our mouth, there are deposits of food substances and all that you see around your teeth. For some people, you see this creamish, blackish or greenish deposit around the teeth. The hardened part is called calculus. The Americans call it tartar. So once in 6 months, everyone needs to visit the dentist. When you come to see the dentist, your mouth will be checked. All those debts, plaque, calculus will be seen and will be cleaned out professionally. It is important that we do scaling and polishing because sometimes people complain about gum bleeding. Gum bleeding is gingivitis. It's a result of gingivitis. So those deposits, when you don't remove them, they can cause inflammation of the gingiva or infection of the gingiva. So gum bleeding, they can also give you mouth odor. When people complain about halitosis, a bad breath. So this plaque and calculus, if you don't take care of them, if you don't remove them, they cause halitosis. So it is important that we do scaling. Cleaning of our teeth largely depends on our own efforts. You know, when we tell people that you should brush twice daily, if you do that well,